For as long as we've explored the idea of extraterrestrials, the narrative has remained largely one-sided. We've positioned ourselves as the vulnerable ones, fragile humans stalked, abducted, or manipulated by superior alien beings. We imagine ourselves as prey in a cosmic game we don't understand. But what if the opposite were true? What if the biggest plot twist in the story of alien contact is that we're not their victims, but their captors? According to a controversial theory, Earth, specifically the three-dimensional space-time structure we inhabit, functions not only as a physical plane but also as a vibrational prison, one that has unintentionally, or perhaps even deliberately, trapped millions of interdimensional life forms. And humanity, through our collective state of consciousness, might be the one keeping the lock sealed. Many advanced theories in quantum physics and consciousness studies suggest that the universe is far more complex than our limited perception implies. Beyond the visible spectrum and the dimensions we understand may exist higher planes of existence, populated by beings who function outside of time, space, and form. These entities do not travel in the way we think, they resonate, they shift through reality according to frequency. But when such beings accidentally descend into our dense, linear space, especially when drawn into Earth's gravitational and vibrational field, they get stuck. Our 3D matrix, governed by mass, linear time, and mental rigidity, acts like quicksand to consciousness that is meant to remain fluid. And what traps them isn't a device or a force field, it's humanity's own collective belief system. We, as a species, insist that only what can be seen, touched, measured, and labeled is real. Anything outside the physical is dismissed as imagination, fantasy, or delusion. And it is this belief, this global mental framework of limitation, that thickens the walls of our dimensional bubble. You could say that our minds are the prison bars, and our refusal to look beyond them is what keeps the door shut. In this scenario, humanity unknowingly becomes the warden. By denying other forms of reality, by insisting that this is all there is, we reinforce a vibrational frequency that holds non-physical beings captive in a realm they were never meant to stay in. Some of these entities may have once attempted to interact peacefully, slipping into our awareness through meditation, dreams, or altered states. Others may have simply passed through Earth's field on their way to somewhere else, only to be pulled in and locked down by the heavy density of human thought. And when they send signals, when they appear briefly in strange sightings or psychic impressions, they may not be observing us, they may be asking for help. But rather than hear them, we fear them. Rather than tune in, we shut down. And in doing so, we strengthen the frequency that keeps them bound. What if alien abductions, strange telepathic phenomena, and interdimensional visitations aren't always invasions? What if, in many cases, these are cries for release, misunderstood by a species that still struggles to accept anything it can't put under a microscope? Worse, what if our fear, our judgment, and our rigid sense of reality are the very energetic glue holding these beings inside the prison that is Earth's vibrational field? We have long imagined alien beings as jailers, probing, experimenting, or watching from the shadows. But what if, all along, we were the ones holding the key, and simply didn't know it? In this light, humanity is no longer just a participant in the cosmic theater, we are custodians of a trap, one made of thought forms, disbelief, and denial. We don't need weapons to keep others contained. We just need to continue believing that nothing exists beyond what we can see. And in doing so, we don't just trap others. We trap ourselves. We live in the same frequency bubble. The same dense matrix. We guard the prison from the inside, never realizing we're inmates too. This theory reframes our entire relationship with the unknown. Instead of fearing the alien other, we are invited to ask a deeper question: what would happen if we released the grip of our limited perception? What if we dismantled the rigid belief structures holding this vibrational cage together? We might not only liberate those caught in this field, we might finally liberate ourselves. Because it is possible, just possible, that humanity, too, once came from a higher realm. That we, too, fell into this dense field and forgot what we were. And like those we've unknowingly trapped, we've spent eons trying to remember how to rise again. So the next time you hear a whisper of something strange, something not of this earth, don't ask, what do they want from us? Instead, ask, what are we still holding on to that keeps them here?